Inhuman, Home Office denying visas to children of migrant healthcare workers. It is already happening. The Home Office questioned why the children could not stay permanently with their grandparents or other relatives. You're planning to come to the UK on a healthcare worker visa, or you are already in the UK on this healthcare worker visa, planning to bring your family here in the UK, watch.
You'll be living your good life. Catch a glimpse from the outside, then you.
Hi beautiful people, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If today is your first time here, my name is Stella. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do not forget to like, subscribe and share my videos. Click on that notification bell to get notified whenever I post any new video. And for my returning subscribers, you guys are the real G. Thank you guys for always coming back to watch my video. So on my channel, I talk about my life here in the UK, what is happening around me, and I share information. So if this content sounds like what you'll be interested in, then do not forget to like, subscribe and share my videos. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about this latest update that was published 20th of this month on health and care workers visa. But before I talk about this visa rejection, please, for those of you already in the UK, I realize that some of you did not know that you can claim back your IHS fee. So if you come to the UK on a health and care worker visa, this is what it says on this article. And also I'm going to leave a link on the description below for easy access for those of you that have not claimed your IHS fee. Please apply and get your money back. Most people did not come with their family or children because of because of the IHS fee. Because I mean, if you have 2 children, 3 children, it's a lot to pay IHS fee. So some persons did not come with their children because of this. And if you're watching this video, you can still bring your family here in the UK, pay for the IHS fee, and you can still apply for a claim and get your money back. And even if you go on the government website, you will see it there. Like I said, I'm going to leave a link for easy access for those of you that have not claimed your money. Please claim your money, yo. It says, if you have a health and care worker visa, it means you and your dependent will be exempted from paying the immigration health surcharge. So many persons, because of this health surcharge, because I mean, if you have 3 kids, 4 kids, times it by 3 or 4 children. So some persons will be like, oh, it's a loss. So they leave their children back in their home country just to come alone, make money so that they'll be able to pay. So even if your children are already in the UK or you're planning to bring them, do not forget that this money you're paying, you can claim it back. So last week I was talking to somebody and she mentioned something about this IHS, and I was like, what? You can get your refund? And I realized that so many migrants don't know that they can apply for a refund. So if you apply for a refund, they usually ask for anyway 6-month pay slip. So if you have worked in health sector, you can apply for this refund. Please apply and get your money back. So anyways, fast forward. So I'm going to be reading from this article that was published 20th of January. It says, Inhuman, Home Office denying visas to children of migrant healthcare workers. Observer investigation revealed that children as young as 2 are being barred from joining their mothers in Britain. So imagine you coming to the UK on a health and care worker visa, planning to bring your children here in the UK, and your children are being denied a visa. This is heartbreaking, honestly speaking. And with the latest update, I realized so many persons are rushing to bring their children, husband, and all of that to the UK. The Home Office is systematically barring young children from joining their mothers in Britain, despite extensive proof the women are their primary caregivers. An observer investigation has revealed. Under an opaque policy condemned as discrimination and inhuman, the government has refused dozens of visas for children of immigrants, single mothers, many of whom came to the UK in the NHS care or social care, saying there is no compelling reason to grant them. So guys, can you hear what they are saying here? On this article, it says dozens. Dozens mean there are plenty. Dozens of healthcare workers have been denied from bringing their children. And under it went further saying the women left their children, some as young as 2, in the temporary care of their relatives or friends while they moved to Britain from countries including Zimbabwe, Zambia, Kenya, South Africa and India. Before leaving, they said they had been reassured by their employers that their children will be able to follow them in line with the current immigration rules, permitting healthcare workers to bring close family members. But when they applied for their children's visa, the application were rejected. In refusal letter seen by the observer, the Home Office questioned why the children could not stay permanently with their grandparents or other relatives. In other cases, they said there was no reason why they could not go live with their fathers, even though their mother had the sole custody, or the fathers had not seen the children for years. Many of the letter addresses directly to the children. It was your mother's personal decision to depart for the UK and you have not provided sufficient evidence to grant your visa on a serious or compelling ground. Can you imagine what they are saying to these healthcare workers? And these healthcare workers are not just, let me just say, care company or care homes. These are NHS workers. Now, for those of you that don't know, there's some NHS trusts that are so stressful because they are short of staff. And also, their pay is rubbish. Yes, I'm not talking about all these consultants, those ones, they make good money, yeah? But I'm talking about all these healthcare workers like carers, even nurses complain. Nurses, I think they use the, the agency to cover up their loss in working with the NHS. What I mean by their loss, like their poor pay. Because when they work for agency, they get very good pay. You could see nurse get paid £50 per hour, £60 per hour, £40 per hour, £30 per hour. They get good pay. But when they work for the NHS, their pay is totally rubbish. I've seen lots of nurses complaining and saying it's not even worth it. I could remember watching Abdul's video, he was saying how much they pay them as a junior doctor. I was so shocked to see that. Like, it was not even up to £20. Honestly, I was shocked. But for them to deny them visas for absolutely no good reason, because there's no point of you saying they could still stay with their grandparents. So many persons coming into the UK left their children for so many reasons. One, the accommodation crisis. I won't even encourage you to bring all your children to the UK if you have not secured an accommodation, because trust me, the struggle is real. You'll be living from one hotel to another, from one friend's house to another, from one relative's house to another. For me, it's not even worth it. So the best thing to do is to leave your children back home. I'm not saying it's easy. I know it's easy to say, but it's not easy to do. But I've seen a couple of people who do that, and so today they never regretted it because it's the best decision they have made. If they tell you how they struggle, how they live from one place to another in the cold when it's raining, the struggle is not easy. Imagine bringing your children, not just maybe teenagers, 2 years old baby, and every day you're struggling. You want to go to work, you don't know where to drop this child, you don't even have an accommodation. So I don't even blame these parents for leaving their children. But for the UK government saying this, it's not fair at all. It's not fair at all. They said from spring you are not allowed. It's not even spring yet, so why are you denying them visa? The truth is that now so many persons are trying to bring their family to the UK, like their children, their husband, because of this announcement, and they are here denying them visa, saying this and that. It's not even spring. Like I said, they say from spring, and even from spring, those people already in the UK have the right to bring their family member because they have gotten the visa before the new rule, which is really heartbreaking. Honestly speaking, the UK government are doing too much. I will always say this: all they care about is your money. If you don't have anything to offer to them, if you don't have anything to give to them, there's no hope for you. You can't even come. If you're coming to study, you have to bring good money. If you're coming to work, you work and work and work. So you could tell that they do not have any good reason for denying these children their visa. And I will say this: it's not fair, especially the fact that they are NHS workers. I'm not saying it's good for other workers. I'm not here to compare NHS to private companies. No, I'm just saying for the fact that NHS is the government, whatever, isn't it? So why are they even still denying their visa? Anyways, it went further saying the cases have come to light weeks after the government announced a plan to lash immigration by placing the restriction on dependent migrant healthcare workers under controversial rules expecting to be introduced this spring. The care workers coming to the UK will be barred from bringing family members, while other healthcare workers will have to earn £29,000 a year, raising to £38,000 in 2025 to permit to do so. But scores of applications for such workers already been quietly refused. The Observer has examined 10 cases and been alerted to 140 more where migrant women, all single mothers, have had visas for children denied in the past 18 months. The application have not been rejected because the Home Office doubts that they are genuine or the women and the children primary caregivers. Instead, they have been refused under the Home Office rule that a child may only be given visa if both parents are living in the UK, unless parents living here has sole responsibility. The policy means single parents are required to provide not only that they have sole custody, but that the other parent is not involved in their children's upbringing. Something experts say can be hard to do. Like can you imagine that? Listen what it says here. They have been refused under the Home Office rule that child may only be given a visa if both parents are living in the UK. How? I have seen a couple of people that would be like, my husband said he doesn't want to live in the UK with me. Like how can the Home Office say such a thing? How can you say if both parents live in the UK? Some men don't even want to live in the UK, and there's some parents that, you know, they have separated long time ago. Honestly speaking, they are making things really difficult, even though they themselves said it's still spring. But people that are trying to bring them now are getting so many issues. So then imagine people planning to bring their own family next year, because not everybody wants to bring their family now. Just imagine what will happen by next year if these ones that are trying to bring them before spring are facing this challenge. Don't forget that the observer said they've gotten cases of over 140 migrants. Like, what would then happen to other people from next year that have not bring their family? Honestly speaking, I think it's becoming too much. And if you're already in the UK planning to bring your family, after reading this article, because it's a lot, it's not something I want to be talking about, reading, it's just too much. If you are in the UK, honestly speaking, I think it's time for you guys to bring your family. If you have the money, but I know it's not easy, but if you have the money, I think just try to bring them, because it's becoming too much. Although they said people already on this visa are not affected, but just imagine these ones that are trying to bring them now are being denied, then what will happen to other people? Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen to you, but I'm just saying that if you have the money, just bring your family now. And if you don't have the money, do not panic, do not worry, nothing will happen. But finger, you know, I don't want to say much, but if you're watching this video, leave me a comment or your thought on all of this. Is it making sense saying that the both parents have to be in the UK before you can bring your child? Oh my god, just imagine. I said this and I'll say this over and over again. This UK you're seeing, every single day you wake up, there is something. They are changing every single day. Honestly speaking, the United Kingdom has changed. It's not the UK we all used to know before. It's becoming, I don't know which word to use, because I don't want to say something that will be rude, but it's becoming too much. Anyways, that is it for today's video. I just want to give you guys the latest update, and for those of you who are already in the UK on this health and care worker visa, to make a decision now, if you have the money, like I said, bring your family. Well, leave me your comments, your thoughts on all of this. I'll see you guys in my next post. Bye guys.